Hey everyone, I am back in the comic room. Well, when I'm in Florida, I'm in the comic room every day because I work from home when I'm here in Florida. There's my workstation. And for those that watched the video yesterday, I did a little room tour. And on this side of the desk, I had these two boxes down here. And this one, the black one, which is a Batman design on it, I bought at Heroes Con last year. It houses all the 100-page DC issues that I have. And I figured we'd take a look at them. Just going to show what I have. I don't have all of them. I have a lot to go in terms of completing, but it's going to be a lifelong quest because I know some are very scarce and very expensive, but I still enjoy them. I enjoy it. I enjoy the challenge. And I'll be at Heroes Con this year, which is next month, and I plan to pick up a few. And when I go into Heroes Con, I'm not looking to buy as many comics as I can. I'm looking to buy some really high grade, bigger issues that I need because that's the place I can find them. And that's what's happened the past few years. Like, 2 years ago, Black Lightning was my big pickup, and then I think I showed yesterday, and also Monster Frankenstein #2, which is behind that Justice League, and then Monster Frankenstein #1 was my big pickup last year, along with this Defenders. But anyway, let's get to this. Let's just show them. We're just going to show what I have, and I know that like Shannon, Rod, I believe Tempest have a lot more than I. I believe that Tempest, and I know Shannon has all of them, and I think Tempest does as well. Tempest, if I'm wrong, I apologize. I'm pretty sure you do have all of them. Anyway, here's DC #6. No, unfortunately, I don't have 4 or 5. 5 is the love stories. I should have picked up. I was at my local comic store down here in Florida a couple weeks ago, and they had a couple of the replicas. I should have bought it just to put it in for now because it might be the only copy I ever have of that issue. Here's Superman. It's DC #7, but also we see it's number 245 in the series run itself. Really nice issue. Actually, it's like a very fine minus, but the cover is really nice. Of course, it's in Mylar. Most of these are in Mylar, and Mylar makes everything look better. And I bought that about a month and a half ago, just like I bought this about a month and a half ago. Batman DC #14. Here's DC #15 with Superboy. And you know what? There's DC 16, which I showed. I showed it because I showed this wall. But that's DC 16. Justice League of America, DC 17. 17. DC 18 with Superman. I bought this last month when I was up in Georgia. Pretty nice copy too. Love the yellow. This is the only one I have duplicates of. DC 20. This is a higher grade copy. And then I have this mid-grade, fine plus. Action Comics 443. Shannon, Solid 4-String Bottom Man, who I mentioned earlier, he gifted me this. He's given me about 3 different AOK packages, and each one was awesome. And this was in one of them. This is the only Batman 100-pager I have. Again, see, I mean, I have a ways to go to complete these 100-pagers. And the Batmans, they're not cheap either, but this is a nice copy, number 259. I bought this at a comic show here in West Palm a few years ago. I bought this and that Avengers King Size Special #2 from the same seller. He gave me a really good deal too. So it was a few years back. I have 3 of the Brave and the Bold 100-pagers. Starting with 112, where he teams with Mr. Miracle. Then with the Metal Men in issue number 113. 117 with Sergeant Rock. Then we bring this next stack over. I'm just going to break this out in probably a couple parts. Do one today. Detective Comics. I have all the 100 pages for the Detective Comics. Starting with 438. 439. Love that cover. Great story. Unfortunately, this was sold to me as a very fine plus, but when I opened it up, there was loose pages in it. But I reached out to the seller, and he was apologetic and refunded some of my money, so all good. Maybe I'll upgrade it one day. This is issue number 440 of Detective Comics. Remember the ongoing series, The Manhunter? Great, great series in here. 441, this is on the wall, and I just took it down to show it. And if you notice, this is actually in a Golden Age bag and board. And I want to eventually move all my 100 pagers to Golden Age bags and boards, because in the standard size, whether it's Mylar or the poly bags, it's a real snug fit. And I'm just kind of paranoid that it's going to stress the spines a little more, or even you know how the staples lay right about there and there, they'll come through. And speaking of that, what I do, I've mentioned this before, I take a white sheet of copy paper, cut it to size, slide it in, put it in on the top underneath the front cover, and then I take a white mailing label and I affix it to the bottom of the page right where it would lay over the staple, in hopes that it prevents the staple from popping through. And I think for the most part it does make a difference. But I am going to move them all the comics to these Golden Age bags and boards. I think plus there's a little more room in the bag. It presents better, my opinion. Here's number 442, Detective Comics. Number 443, where Batman teams with Paul Kirk the Manhunter, and it is where, spoiler alert, Manhunter dies. I'm sure most of you already knew that. 444, this is the first part of the Bat Murderer saga that ran about 5 issues in Detective Comics. The neat thing about this actual issue is when I take it out of the bag, it smells so good. So you know how some comics retain that smell more than others? This is one of them. Wish you can bottle it. Look at a cologne. All right, number 445 of Detective Comics, the last of the 100 pagers for Detective Comics. Then we'll just finish up with all the 100 pagers of the Justice League, which I have, of course. Justice League is my favorite title, as you all know that watch my videos. Starting with issue 110, 111. Love this cover. Love the colors, the red. Love the floating heads of the Injustice Gang of the World and the Justice League of America. This is a nice, high-grade copy. Here's issue number 112. Here comes TV Super Friends. 113, where the JLA and JSA team up, the annual summer team up. I love that. I miss that parallel worlds, parallel universe type of, just that's the parallel worlds that DC had with the Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth X, and I was always looked forward to the team ups every summer. And probably going off subject here, probably my all-time favorite JLA JSA team up is the one where Mr. Terrific was murdered, and I want to say that was in the 160s or 170s. It was a two-parter. They met. They were up in the JLA satellite, and Mr. Terrific was murdered. I just, that's my favorite one. Showed this yesterday because it was a book I had set out, Justice League of America number 114. I coveted this book when it was in the house ads. Again, love that little thing where it says, "Here comes TV Super Friends." And there you go, Tempest. You made a comment about this yesterday. The Justice League and the Justice Society face a crisis on Earth 3. There you go, bud. Number 115 of the Justice League of America. And the last one for now, Justice League of America number 116. All right. For those that watched, thank you. And I'll do a part 2 either later today or tomorrow. Take care, everyone.